The biggest value that I've received from my carrier, it kind of breaks into two segments, which are really one and the same to me, which is time and money, right? Strictly speaking to the money element, I've seen globally about a 20 to 25% reduction in shipping costs simply from onboarding my carrier, going through the processes and procedures of actually integrating that into my business, right? And that means a lot to me because we're actually able to, myself, I can take that money and reinvest it into the business. The time too, right? The time is that second piece of that I'm able to take that time that I save and reinvest that, in areas of growing the company or spending time with my family as well. So those are the two biggest things for me. So if I'm able to not only save money on my end, if I save the customer money, I improve my conversion rate. So the more people that see that lower cost for out the door cost, they're more going to buy, right? So we did and see an improvement in our conversion rate just from bringing my carrier on as a solution. So we saved money and we also made more money. Oh man. So before we found my carrier, it was a lot of it was a mess. It was a mess. There was really a lack of streamlining, a lot of kind of paperwork, and my carrier allowed us to say, okay, here's a long-term solution. Here's a long-term partner that we can work with, and we can actually take this platform and integrate it into our business as just an SOP for the way that we operate now, right? Instead of like, here, let me call this guy or email chain, let me BCC these 12 people to try to get the best, and then wait. Now I'm waiting on that one guy to get back to me because he usually has a better number than the rest of them, and blah 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 blah, right? Instead, my carrier was able to just say, hey, look, here, real time, as you scale, you can just book loads at the best cost possible. With things like LoadSure, the option to just like add in insurance for something that you're kind of on the fence about, you're like, man, I really hope that this doesn't show up messed up. Let me just tack that on right at point of sale. Yeah. Again, it was we're really kind of going from like archaic, like caveman style, lots of email chains and printed paperwork and folders to this everything in the warehouse that we do from I call it cradle to grave, basically from the time it gets off of the truck to the time that it gets that sticker slapped on the BOL, slapped on that package, and it's ready to ship. All of that is built around a number of different systems, and the foundation for getting that product to the customer is my carrier. We were trying to figure out how much money it was costing us to ship in general. We're trying to like crack the code. Like there's got to be this algorithm that exists. We're like, okay, we're shipping like class 250, class 175, class 300. What's the like magic number that exists somewhere inside that assessment or that data that we can leverage to make decisions about our business, right? And we were able to export reports from my carrier super easily. We're not only able to export reports of actual shipments, but of quotes as well, because you don't close them all, right? Um, and we're able to take that information and make decisions about the acquisition of the goods. So we're saying, okay, well, if we want to drive margin here, let's figure out what shipping looks like for this sect of items or this selection. So treadmills globally across the board. Wow, it costs me this much to ship them to here's an average across every single zip code. Wow, I need to be paying 15% less for that product in order to preserve the margin or hit the margin that I'm trying to hit globally, right? Really high level problems like that, we were able to take my carrier a lot of reporting or just basic reporting from and make decisions. So the level that we were able to bring the simplicity and the ease of use and the real time quotes, all of those things on culmination elevated our company as a whole to this enterprise vibe right? Where we're still kind of, bootstrap, gangsters out here doing our thing. But the consumer on the other end of the line, they're like, oh, this is a $50 million company, because they're able to just like fire these answers off, or they're able to get these responses, or they're able to get these claims handled really fast, or get these warranty issues taken care of, right? And my carrier really was at the front of that. That's one of the reasons I value my time a lot. And one of the reasons I wanted to spend this time with you is because I really do think I genuinely get behind the product and the project. My carrier actually is super dope. And I would love for more small businesses like myself to really have their quote unquote life changed just by saying, hey, let me give this one thing a chance.